Southwest Mississippi. It's Thursday morning and time for Thursday Open Lines, your weekly look at what's happening in and around our area. If it's happening in Southwest Mississippi, you'll hear it right here on TOL. Now, from our studios in downtown Brookhaven, it's Thursday Open Lines with your host, Kenny Goza.
Welcome, everybody, to Thursday Open Line. And this morning, we just want to remember the folks down around JS and around Southwest Community College area, Macomb, Lawrence County, that had some pretty bad weather last night. And I know Dr. Bishop has a lot of damage there on the campus at Southwest, and we're just very sorry to hear that. Just keep them in your prayers. As far as I know, I haven't heard of any injuries. That's a blessing, but just a lot of...
I saw one unconfirmed, I'm going to say that again, unconfirmed report. There was a possible death in the JS area, but again, that's unconfirmed. I don't have confirmation on that.
It got pretty rough last night. We've had a couple of weeks at different times of pretty bad weather, so that's this time of year. That's what we have to deal with, warm and hot, and then hot and warm, cold, and all that kind of stuff. Well, my first guest is no stranger to SuperTalk or to me, a longtime friend, and we all know him in Lincoln County as Coach Mack. If you're not familiar with Coach Mack, it's Rob McCreary. Rob was in the school system for how long, Rob?
29 years.
Bunch of years?
29, that's it.
And now you're doing some work for MDE.
That's it, a little bit of everything.
Just a little bit of everything. Through the years, we've worked on a lot of different things together for the community.
Oh, yeah.
I always had a lot of fun and good friends with my son, and all stories we can talk about that.
No doubt.
Lots of stories we can talk about.
No doubt.
Hey, we're here, though, to talk today. You're here on behalf of Amy Mason and the Mississippi Scholars Program, which I was involved with for many, many years, and that's we just appreciate that program with the Mississippi Economic Council. And
it's a great program.
It's a year-round program, if you do it right, of trying to get into the school and encourage the students to take a more rigorous course of study. So, Rob, just kind of give us some update on what's going on with that. And
hey, can you believe that program's been around for 23 years?
No, I cannot.
2003. It's been in Brookhaven for 21.
Golly.
Since 2005.
Oh, my gosh.
It's hard to believe.
Gosh.
Yep.
We started that thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. I was thinking about it when Amy was coming on. I'll just say this real quick. We're the number one program in the state.
No doubt.
County.
No
Still
doubt.
are, have been since 2005.
Only one that gives every kid a scholarship of $500.
That's correct. We put that as a task when we started in 2005. First year in 2005, we had 26 students graduate.
Shoot.
And
really?
One other
this
thing.
Past year, we had 173.
Biggest group ever?
173.
All right. So tell them what Mississippi Scholars is, Rob.
Mississippi Scholars is part of the National State Scholars Initiative. Our mission is to pursue a more rigorous course of study for our students to get them ready for college. That's basically the main thing. We need to get them ready not only for college, but there's kids that are just not a college student, but they do have a skill, and we try to get them ready for that, to get them ready for
that's why they
training.
Added the tech master piece to it, which is a more career tech driven.
Exactly, and that better equips them for today's job market. We try to get them into those challenging courses, whether it be challenging tech courses or whether it be, challenging courses in school to get them ready for college. It's 80 hours of community service, which is
very easy.
Yes,
very easy.
But
it's a lot. But there's so many opportunities for our community.
But service. That 173 group of kids last year did 26,000 hours of community service. That's 10,000 more than we've had in any previous year ever. Wow. That's a lot of work. Just think about the benefit it does for Lincoln County alone. That you had 173 students doing 26,000 hours. Also, last year we awarded $123,000 in scholarships.
And we've gone over $100,000 for many years, which is phenomenal. And when other communities try to replicate what we're doing here, they can't do it.
They can't get it.
So we were talking earlier before about Brookhaven.
Yes.
We always talk about the being in Brookhaven.
Yes.
Taking Brookhaven for granted.
Oh, no doubt.
Here's another example of people stepping up, giving money to help our students.
And we have been blessed. We have been blessed by those that are providing for it. And we try our best to match up. Like a good example, Shannon Patterson has been a faithful giver to us every year. Done a great job. And so we try to match up a student that's going into dental school.
Right.
The Lions Club of Brookhaven has been a very, very faithful giver every year. So we try to, last year we matched up an optometry student because Lions Club's focus is on eyes and sight. So we tried to focus that. So we try to match that up so it works well for that group. And because of that, we've been very fortunate that people have kept giving. And we've had a surplus the last few years.
That's great. Because I know that's a real challenge to get that. And,
yes.
And you're talking about the more rigorous course of study and something being involved in that from the very beginning in 2005. I can't, and some of the volunteers like you and others, I mean,
sure.
Oh my gosh, the number of volunteers that it takes to do this. But I realized a long time ago that if we help a student understand the relevance of something,
yes,
they'll understand the rigor.
Yes. And the key is to get them early.
Sometimes we get it backwards. I think we try to give them more rigor, and they don't understand, well, why do I need to do this? But if we help them get a relevance to that.
Right. And that's why we focused on getting in there in the 8th grade. We do that program with business people throughout the community, and we go over showing them this is what you need to take. If you want to be a Mississippi Scholar, this is going to get you for college. We need you to take those. We need you to have that minimum 19 ACT. We need you to have a 2.5 GPA at least on a 4.0 scale. We need to make sure you're at school 95% of the time, because if you're at school 95% of the time, you're going to do well in school.
And your career.
Yes.
You have that habit.
No out-of-school suspensions. Make sure you're disciplined, because they're going to look at that too.
Yes.
They're going to look to make sure you're in a job market. So we're going to make sure, and we're also going to focus on that curriculum. We're going to make sure you get those 4 credits of English, those 4 credits of math, those 4 credits of science and social studies. And then we're also going to push those 2 advanced electives, foreign language, higher math, the sciences, and then a credit of the arts.
And we didn't mention, Rob, that when you say we're encouraging them to take this rigor, we have volunteers that go into the classroom.
Correct.
That talk about their careers, that talk about the mistakes maybe they made or the successes that they had by taking classes.
Yes.
But so that they hear it especially from people that may have influence in that school.
Yes.
We always tried to match that up. And so it takes, a lot of volunteers.
Oh, no doubt.
A lot of volunteers.
And the thing that I really love is when we added the Tech Master part to it. That really works. There's a lot of kids that I've seen from my career that are just not a college. They just don't want to do college, but they don't realize how much. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I've gone to see a lot of schools. Good example. I went to Enterprise the other day just to talk to Mr. Brister. I pull up to the front thing and there's 2 signs at the front office. One's on a plumbing program they have at Colin, and one is on a fiber optic thing that they're doing at Colin. Both of those, you had to have a silver on the work keys.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing we brought into the whole.
And that's one of the things that focuses on TechMaster. They want to make sure that you get a silver on that to build on it.
Again, it's because of the community. But if you look at other communities, like you're talking about, Mississippi Scholars, the community brought that into the. Then we added TechMaster to it with MEC. We told them that Career Tech was an important piece. Then we turned around and did the ACT Work Ready community, which is the silver, gold, and platinum.
That's it.
So that these students, when they go and graduate, they have a toolbox full of stuff.
That's it.
That prepares them for college or for a career.
That's it. You'd be so surprised. Just a good example down the road, there's a $15 to $20 an hour difference in making a silver and a gold if you go to work for Nissan on the work keys.
They look at that.
Yes, definitely. So because they know from that test coming in that kid's ready to work.
Yes. Yeah. Because I was involved with it there for a long, long time, of the colleges really liked a student that had gone through this program in Lincoln County.
Yeah.
Kind of gave them maybe a little bit of a one-up.
Because it shows that kid that they're prepared and they're ready. And they know that kid's going to be a functional member of society and cares about their community because they help out people in their community. They're doing that without a cent to their name. 80 hours in 4 years.
Yes.
So that shows that those kids care about their community, but they also care about their future.
But what you're saying earlier is they did the 80, but most kids are doing more than 80. They're doing way more than 80.
Way over. If you say 80 times 173, it's a lot less than 26,000. A lot less than 26,000 hours.
They're always involved in something. And you know something, Rob, on being, and let's talk a minute about the event we do.
That y'all on the 26th of April.
April 26th. Talk about that, because it's something that some students never get recognized for anything.
Yeah.
And here's an event that
we do an honor banquet, which happens at East Haven on the 26th of April, and each student recognized as a Mississippi Scholar or Mississippi Tech Master will get a medallion. It'll be on their transcript, so that goes to colleges. They'll see that. And also they'll have a diploma seal on their diploma showing that they were a Mississippi Scholar or a Mississippi Tech Scholar. So that's a major deal, because somebody sees that on your transcript. They're thinking, what is that? Then they look at it. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to somebody. They'll say, I saw that and I had to look it up. And once I looked up, I thought, wow, this is something.
And the stories that we get from that of students that have never been recognized for athletics or anything else that come to that awards banquet, and man, they just beam with pride.
Oh, yes. Yes. You know what my favorite thing to do is? My favorite thing to do is to see that last picture we take when the thing is over.
Oh, yes.
And they're all lined up on that stage. Because we're almost out of room on that stage for taking all those kids at East Haven. That's a big area up there.
Yes, it is.
And we've about filled that sucker up completely. So
but that is a great problem to have.
That's a big, nice problem to have.
I'm still waiting for the day that it gets over 200.
That would be awesome.
I really
I got a feeling it's coming. It's coming.
I just felt like that that's something that could be achieved.
But you know what the deal is with that? We're going to need some help.
Yes.
If we get to that point, we're going to need some help.
We got a couple of minutes, so you better talk about what help is needed.
We're a 501c3. So we would love for anybody that wants to contribute into not only the future of these kids, but the future of Brookhaven. Because we want these kids to come back and be functioning members of society in Brookhaven. Because I can tell you now, you can see there's a lot of towns, we talked about it earlier, there's a lot of towns in Mississippi now where those kids got out of there quick once they graduated.
Yes.
And they don't come back. And those towns are drying up. We want those kids to come back and be productive members of society.
And you're not asking for a lot of money.
No, I know. Whatever you want to give is good.
$250, $500.
$250 to $500 would be perfect. And
volunteer to go into the classroom to do
that's the big thing too.
Yes.
We need those kids. We need somebody from the community that people say, hey, I know him. I've seen him before. And if he's saying this is this, and I know what he's doing, I can do this.
Quick story. I've got 1 minute left. An example of that, Kobe Calcoat. I'm going to just mention Kobe.
Yeah.
Years ago when I was working with, I went to Kobe. When he come back to Brookhaven, I said, Kobe, you need to go to Lloyd Star and speak to those students. You're known out there.
Yeah.
They recognize you. Well, Kobe had never done that before. So he went and did it, and he told me last year when I was in the bank, he said, Mr. Kenny, he said, I'll never forget you asking me to go do that. And he said, that meant more to me than you'll ever know, that you got me out of my comfort zone to go talk to students about my life and my career.
That's awesome.
So there's an example. If you're listening, they need to hear from people the successes and the failures and the challenges that we experience in our life.
Yes. People say, well, they don't know me. They don't know who I am. Well, you'd be surprised. They see you in the community, and they know what you do.
They know Coach Mack.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, they know Coach Mack.
But they do know. People will be surprised. People will be surprised how every little bit helps, especially with us. Whether you want to present or whether you'd like to give, I can't think of a better thing to support this community than that.
You want to give them some contact information as we close out?
Shoot, call me, 601-757-1696, or you can contact the chamber. Okay. And you can get a hold of them, and they'll be glad to set you up with what you need to do from there.
Well, Randy's given us the signal that we're having to take a break. You know how
we ran out of time.
We ran out of time,
man.
Imagine that. But hey, Rob, thank you for coming in.
Always a pleasure.
What a great program. Again, this is.
Let me tell you, we'd never get as far as we got without Amy. Amy's carrying it. She does a great job.
Yeah, I handed that off to her, and she has done a tremendous job.
Yeah.
And #1 program in the state.
Between Amy and Sloan Smith,
yes.
They're carrying it.
Absolutely.
They're doing a great job.
Absolutely. Okay, Rob, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, man. Have a great one.
Hey, is your bank rooted here, or is it just a branch of an out-of-town bank? This is Shannon Aker for Bank of Brookhaven, and our bank's been firmly rooted in Brookhaven and Lincoln County for over 25 years now. When you call our bank, you'll actually talk to a person, and when you come inside, you'll receive a warm welcome by folks you know and trust. Remember, friends, for over 25 years at the Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All righty, we're back with Thursday Open Line. Let me just mention our sponsors, Bank of Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookhaven Recreation Department, Lincoln County Civic Center, Toyota of Brookhaven, Copiah Lincoln Community College, and we do want to remember our friends down at Southwest Community College, Dr. Bishop, for the damage they had during the weather last night, and other areas down there, and then Rapid Oil Change. Well, you just heard from Rob McCreary talking about the Mississippi Scholars Program, and now in the studio we have Miss Paige Nelson from Juan's Feed and Seed, and Paige and Guy Nelson. A guy works at Paul Jackson and Sons. And Paige, you just retired from Brookhaven Academy, isn't that right?
I'm actually retiring in May.
In May.
Yes.
So I knew it was close or coming to a close. But Juan's Feed and Seed, I was just asking you, Juan's Feed and Seed, since I've been in Brookhaven for many, many years, located on Highway 51, I was just curious when guys said y'all could come on, kind of get a history of that, because y'all are the Nelsons, but it's Juan's Feed and Seed. So kind of the story of that. I mean, how far back does that go?
Well, Juan's Seed Store has been in business since 1970 here in Brookhaven. And so when we had the opportunity to purchase the business, we felt the nostalgia of the name needed to go with it. It's its brand and consistency, reliability, a family-owned company from the beginning. Mr. Wand was a family. It was a family-owned business by him at that time, and so we just embraced that. And we bought the business 2 years ago, and it was at the 51 location, Highway 51, and that location was great as far as accessibility for people, but it lacked space inside, and the ability for trucks and trailers to maneuver through there easily. And so we found a piece of property out on Greenview Trail, 636 Greenview Trail, and we just started the process. Of course, guys in construction, so all the things just fell into place for us with getting the land how it needed to be, like the city wanted it, and then the construction. We spent hours and days forming plans and trying to consider all the different things that would be needed for the Feed and Seed store. So after all that was done, we built the building. We've been in it since December. And it's been doing great. We have lots of space. It's a beautiful building on the inside, and lots of space for all the new things that we've brought in.
You know, when you mentioned Greenview, if people don't know where this is located at, it's at the corner of Highway 84 bypass and South First Street is what we call, would be South First Street, but it is on Greenview.
That's right.
If you don't know where it is, it's right there on that corner. If you go out 84,
right.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful new building out there.
Right. Clear view from 84. We've got a nice electronic billboard out there. The American flag flies high. It's sitting on a nice open spot. So if you go out 84 East, you will see it.
And you said you've put in new product.
We have. We've gotten... it's always had, well, I say always, before we purchased Wands, it did have hunting, outdoor gear, that kind of thing. So we just expanded on that line. So more camouflage, all the accessories for hunting, blinds, feeders. And now we have a gunsmith employed full-time with guns and ammunition, so we can do repairs, sales, orders, all the shotgun shells, turkey seasons in full swing coming up, and we've got all the things, the calls, the decoys, the nice shotgun shells, and
fishing products also?
It's a basic line of fishing products. It's more of that good old feel with bank poles and cane poles. We have some rod and reel type things, but it's pretty basic.
So basically more hunting than the fishing side?
We probably more in inventory in that, but we also do like the worms and...
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, so live things like that. And
well, that's good to know.
Yeah. So we've done well with that, the night crawlers and then we have jig heads. We have a man that comes in and hand makes those things for us. So it's some really neat things. We like to use local people when we can, and especially Mississippi products.
You don't have Andrew making them jigs, do you?
He probably could. He's made them a time or two.
Right.
I'll have to get him.
Well, I was looking. I haven't been in yet. I want to come by, but looks like your clothing line also increased in there.
We have. We're carrying a Western line called Rock and Roll Denim, and it's got children's, ladies, and men's jeans, Western top items. We also carry Durango and Rocky boots. Those lines have done really, really well for us. It's a work line and a Western line. We carry Key Workwear. It's Key. It's much like a Carhartt brand, but it's very affordable. It's very durable. Overalls, that has been a huge hit for us. We have pinstriped overalls in denim and pink for the kids, and then we carry from small sizes to very large, up to size 60 in men's, so overalls. So that's been very, very well for us. Of course, the camouflage lines, we have muddy camouflage, and right now we are clearing out all of our element camouflage, and so all of that's got a good sale on it. So, along with all of those lines, we have a unique gift line. So I've been looking and researching Mississippi-made products.
Okay.
I found a lady out of Pearl, Mississippi. She has a line called Sippy Scents, and so it's detergents, sprays, soaps that are so fragrant. They smell so, so good, and we've done really, really well with that. And then yesterday, as a matter of fact, I visited a company in Waveland, Mississippi. It's a soy lotion candle, and they hand make their candles right there in Waveland, Mississippi. And so we've got all kinds of neat things with that. It's a clean burning candle. It's sustainable. It is a lotion. So when you burn it or melt it on a melter, it liquefies, and you can actually put that on your finger and rub it into your hand, the palm of your hand, for moisture. It is a moisturizing soy lotion candle, so it's really cool.
Would I assume that you're transitioning from education into managing the store out there? It sounds like that you're kind of taking over control out there and just kind of letting Guy come in occasionally and do something.
It kind of sounds like that. We do have a behind-the-scene man, Gary Nelson. He is Guy's brother, and he has been managing the store since we purchased it and has done a fabulous job with that. Guy and I kind of pick with him all the time, about managerial position, but he's doing a great, great job with that. And I'm going to come in as, I hope, a fun fixture in the store, and I don't want to shake things up too much, but I do like people. I love talking. I love listening to people and getting to know people. It's what I do every day, and so
Absolutely,
I just continue that on a different level now.
You mentioned that there's a grand opening coming up.
We do. We have a ribbon cutting on April the 20th. The Brookhaven Chamber of Commerce will come out, and we will have a ribbon cutting on Monday, April the 20th, and then that week will include a series of incentives and sales and different things that we will celebrate the new location with. And then on that Saturday, the 25th, we'll have a grand opening with a barbecue per se and some activities and fun things to do. So
I've kind of noticed out there's a food truck out there occasionally.
Yeah, we get to host the Doll's House food truck often. They come. We had tried to set like an every other Friday schedule, but it's hard for them to commit to those things. And so when they can come, they do. And we try to put it out there on Facebook. So follow the Wine Seed Store Facebook page. We often put when they will be there, and we put products out there too. All our chicks and things, we should get a new shipment today.
I was going to ask about the Easter, the chicken, the little chicks and the little ducks and
the cutest things. I've always loved things like that. I'm a country girl at heart, and so, but I've never really been able to be around baby chicks and ducks, and I have fallen in love with them. I'll play with them, and it's good to see them go to good homes, but it kind of makes me sad not to hear that chirp in the store.
Has it been a good move for y'all to get out there?
I do believe it has.
Have you seen a pickup of?
We have. We've seen an increase in business and foot traffic for sure, and just being able to provide some of those extra things. We still have the reliable seeds, the fertilizers, the feed that everybody.
That Juan has been known for since the 70s.
That's right. We brought over the old bins for the seeds. I mean, they've been in the store probably since the beginning, since the 1950s. So I know that this particular bin was over where the J. Allen store was originally.
Yes.
Exactly. And so they're antique-y and cool and nostalgic and all the things that we wanted to embrace with the Juan name.
You know, I was looking at that. You speak nostalgia. I was looking the other day about Brookhaven, founded in the 1800s. And I was thinking about, since I've been in Brookhaven, you're talking about him opening in 70. I moved here in 74. And I don't know why. I guess I'm just getting old and reminiscing or something. But I just think about a lot about the legacy of people in Brookhaven, like Juan. Mm-hmm. I thought about Mr. Tom Moak, Homer Richardson, Jimmy Furlow.
Right.
People that just really invested into this community. Mm-hmm. And Rob McCreary and I were just talking about it earlier, and I think you heard us outside. Just the vibrant of downtown Brookhaven, this community, compared to others that seem to be dwindling, or I don't want to say dying, but
the generation is changing.
The generation is changing, but we got people that are coming back living here that have graduated from BA, from Brookhaven High, a lot of young couples here. So just I don't know why I was just going through that in my mind the other day about just different folks through the years that have really invested into this community. And the next generation is going to be the Guy Nelsons and the Paul Jacksons and, who else, just who else is out there. But that's what makes it happen.
We hope we can continue that legacy and that dependability and that home atmosphere. We want to welcome everyone. And as you leave our store, John 1:5 is written at the top. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. We embrace it, we believe it, and we want others to see it and feel it.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, tell us again where you're located, when the ribbon cutting is going to be, and then that whole week of activities.
Okay, that's Juan Seed Store, located at 636 Greenview Trail here in Brookhaven, Mississippi. We have our ribbon cutting on April the 20th. And with the week-long event of incentives, those will be posted out there, and we will advertise those details soon. And then
they need to get on the Facebook page.
That's right. Go to our Facebook page, Juan Seed Store on Facebook, and we will have the grand opening celebration with food and activities on Saturday, April the 25th.
Well, great. Well, just congratulations on the new building. It looks great.
Thank you.
Right out there by where I live. So I'm really happy to have that convenience. So I can run down to Juan's and get something.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
We made it without Guy.
We did.
He was wondering if we was going to make it without him, but we did.
We missed him, but we made it.
Yes, we did. Yes. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Not yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You call me Mr. Kenny and kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Sorry about that.
All right. Okay, thank you for coming in.
We're proud to share some big news with our community. Toyota Brookhaven is the first dealership in Southwest Mississippi to earn the Distinguished Toyota President's Award.
This is Toyota's highest honor, recognizing dealerships that go above and beyond with customer satisfaction, sales performance, service, and overall operations.
What makes this award truly special is you. From all of us at Toyota Brookhaven, thank you. This award belongs to you. Toyota Brookhaven, your trusted hometown choice.
Well, I don't know what that's all about, but okay.
That's my old intro back when Robert Byrd and Randy and I would play a game called Radio Rumble. Oh. And Randy was the host, and Robert and I were pitted against each other in pop culture. So this was my theme song. Was it Sable from WWE?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I can't even remember what Robert's intro was.
Well, we don't even want to
I do.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. Hey, let's mention our sponsors, Bank of Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookhaven Recreation Department, Lincoln County Civic Center, Toyota of Brookhaven, Copiah Lincoln Community College, and Rapid Oil Change. They were just talking, hearing Randy, and you talk about Robert, but the nucleus of SuperTalk Radio is Heather.
Oh,
Heather.
Thought that was Ben.
Well, we'll go. Heather's in the studio.
Don't tell him the
nice.
truth.
Yeah, trying to be nice. No, Ben's the guy. He's the guy, but Heather is the I want to say the hub of SuperTalk Radio. But she's here to talk about something that's near and dear to her heart, something that we talk about yearly because it's a major medical condition that Heather really, before I come on the radio and we started talking about this, I didn't really know a lot about this disease, the Huntington's disease.
Huntington's disease.
And it's very near and dear to you because your husband has it.
My husband has it, and my stepdaughter was diagnosed with it over a year ago. It's a terminal neurodegenerative brain disease that's like having ALS, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's all at the same time. So it's a 3-in-1. You've heard, a matter of fact, HDSA has this great graphic of Lou Gehrig plus Muhammad Ali plus Ronald Reagan equals Woody Guthrie, because the most famous person that has had Huntington's that, you know,
everybody kind of identifies with.
And now there's a actor comedian, used to be on Saturday Night Live, Will Forte. His family is dealing with it. His wife's brother has the disease, and they are his caretakers. And matter of fact, Nathan and I have done videos for this particular company as well. But on honestlyhd.com, you can see their story. Ours has been more about the medication that Nathan takes.
Honestly, HONESTLY.
Honestly HD. But what I'm talking about today is our annual Mississippi Team Hope Walk. When Nathan got diagnosed back in, matter of fact, it'll be 10 years ago next month. After we got acclimated to it, we had gone to an education day at UAB. And there were these college kids that were putting on these walks that HDSA does. And Nathan and I were brainstorming on the way home about, well, we should do something like that in Mississippi. And that was in October of 2016, 2017. And it only took me till 2022 to get brave enough to do it. Because if it was going to get done, somebody has to do it. And now we're going on our 5th annual Team Hope Walk. And it will be Saturday, May 2nd at the Flowood Nature Park in Flowood. And the reason it's in Flowood is Mississippi has a Huntington's Disease Center of Excellence. And our walk is 3 miles from the facility. And if you talk to just, when I say regular neurologist, I don't mean anything derogatory towards our neurologists. They're wonderful. But Huntington's is not typically studied. It might be a paragraph in their textbook. We're finding that it's becoming more and more known. But, like, for example, Nathan had to have a thrombectomy in 2020. And the hospital that we were at wanted to send their neurologist, and I'm like, we've got 2. We've got one here in Mississippi and one at UAB in Alabama. We don't need a third. Well, he comes in, he starts talking to us, and I tell this story quite often because he goes, well, that's not what I read. And I said, well, you're reading it. We're living it. And, until you know someone or you're affected by the disease, you just don't really see what's going on. Like, for example, Nathan was a diesel mechanic. He was very active, a very active person, present father and all that. And now you cannot really understand Nathan. He can't walk but maybe a couple of steps with that. And that's me holding on to him. And he's, pretty much wheelchair bound. In
fact, this morning you had a situation where you wasn't even sure you were going to get here for the radio, correct?
Well, no, I was going to get here.
You were going to get here?
As Randy put it, if there's an open mic and Heather can talk about Huntington, she'll be there.
Okay.
But I did have to run home to take care of something with my husband. But these walks, the money that's generated from these walks go to fund our centers of excellence, go to fund education days for Huntingtons, grants in research for Huntingtons. So your money's going to a worthwhile cause, and it will be coming back through to Mississippi as well, because we have a center of excellence here in Mississippi. When Nathan first got diagnosed, there weren't as many as there are now, and we had to go to another state to get Huntington's specific care. I mean, our doctor here was Huntington. He was focusing on Huntington's, but it wasn't a center of excellence yet.
Right. Okay.
And as a matter of fact, when he was trying to make that a center of excellence, he asked our doctor from UAB to come and speak to the other neurologists and all of that, and asked Nathan and myself to be there because we were a mutual patient. He wanted them to see an actual Huntington's patient. And even right now, we are going through something I'd like to mention about too.
Sure, absolutely.
There's a potential treatment. My speech has always been, my husband has Huntington's, explain what it is, and there's no treatment, there's no cure. And there still is not a cure, and technically there's still not a treatment. But there was something back in September that was announced that could be a potential treatment for those in early stages of Huntington's. It's a 15-hour brain surgery that they inject these really small, minuscule type. There's a special name for them, but they put those in. They have to create burr holes, and they put the medicine into the brain. And there has been discovered of the patients that have had this medication, a 75% slowing in progression. Do you know what that would mean for my stepdaughter?
Yes.
And people like her.
Yeah.
Well, the FDA in October decided that they were not going to give the fair review, and they were going to shut it all down. And we've been really fighting really hard against that, because we want this, I'd love it for Nathan, but we have two children. One's that's diagnosed. A child of a Huntington's patient has a 50-50 chance of inheriting. So our son is considered at risk. And there is a juvenile version that is just... my friends that have children with Huntington's, I can imagine what they go through, and I hope I never have to live it. I'm having to live it with my stepdaughter, but she's 20. But my 11-year-old, a lot of these kids, like there's one child that we know of, she was diagnosed at 4, passed at 7. Her little sister was diagnosed at 4 and passed away just under a year of diagnosis, and she was 4. So just, it's just horrible to have to watch. But anyway, the FDA decided that they were going to make everybody with this trial. It started off, you had to have a control group. So people were having sham surgeries, which is they go through all the motions, they don't get the drug, and then they wait 3 years to find out whether or not they got it. Well, in that meantime, they are progressing. So there was an agreement that, hey, look, you can use natural history study through Enroll HD. Well, now the FDA is basically saying, no, you have to start all the way over, and you're going to have to make people go through this sham surgery. And then that eliminates them from being able to do other trials, and that makes it to where they're progressing. They've gone through this horrendous 15-hour surgery, which would be a miracle if you're getting their actual drug, but for not knowing. So HDSA has created a letter to send to our federal leaders, asking them to reach out to the FDA, asking them to help with this. And I know I've shared it on my Facebook page. There's a link and you can get more information, but you can go to hdsa.org/advocacy/take action. I don't know if Randy shared it on our Facebook page, but as far as the walk, our walk is hdsa.org/THWMS, Team Hope Walk, Mississippi.
And give the dates again.
It's going to be May 2nd at the Flowwood Nature Park. If you'd like more information, contact me or contact SuperTalk. You can contact the home office. You can contact here, because everybody knows in the company that if it's Huntington's, to call Heather.
Well, this is near and dear to you. You're very passionate about it, and we're just glad that we can come on here and talk about it.
Well, I appreciate you letting me do it.
All the time. And of course, Randy's letting you do it because, he could cut you off.
I'm surprised he's not. I'm surprised he doesn't have his bottle of water, because it's a drinking game, a water drinking game at work.
Why do you think I walked out?
Oh, you did? Okay. Because every time I mention Huntington's, Randy takes a drink of water.
I see. All right. Well, Heather, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime that we can talk about this. Again, I didn't know a lot about it, and it's heartbreaking.
Well, and see, Nathan exhibits a lot of the ALS and Parkinson's.
Wow. I mean, it's heartbreaking. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we're coming back with Tripp Case from Copiah Lincoln Community College, and there goes the intro.
My intro and outro music.
The outro of Heather. Thank you.
At Brookhaven Monument Company, we understand that a monument is more than a stone. It's a promise to remember.
Since 1947, families across Southwest Mississippi have trusted us to tell their loved one's story with dignity and care. We offer quality craftsmanship, stellar service, and one of the largest selections of memorials in the region.
Visit us at 807 Highway 51 North in Brookhaven or call 601-833-5701.
Brookhaven Monument Company, honoring life with lasting beauty.
Okay, we are back with our last segment of Thursday Open Line. We want to remember our friends in south part of the county and down in Pike County for all the terrible weather last night. Just pray that all's well down that way. A lot of cleanup to do, but we only know of one, maybe someone that was hurt. We're unconfirmed.
The report I'm seeing was that there may have been somebody who was in their car on Highway 27 and a tree fell.
Oh, wow.
Took out the car.
But
I don't have names or anything like that.
Yep. I tell you, that's it was bad weather. Well, we have Tripp Case in, and I got to know Tripp when I was working up at Copiah Lincoln Community College and helped him with the tennis complex up there. And let me just say, if you haven't been up to Colin and see the tennis facility up there, I would recommend that you ride up that way. State-of-the-art tennis courts, 8 courts. Just awesome, and Tripp came on as coach 2 years ago. 2 years ago, been quick, hasn't it, Tripp?
Yeah, flown by. Thanks for having me on the show today.
And I want you to talk about the new technology that's up there. I've been wanting to get you on because it's not just, hey, we have tennis courts up here for the tennis enthusiast. You have really a very neat system up there now.
Right. We recently installed just a really cool system. It's a camera system that it's called PlaySight. They're known as they're the gold standard for live streaming analytics, recording film, and it's a really neat system that we have in place so that our players can use it. Soon, members of the community will be able to come scan in and use it and utilize, get footage of their game and get the stats and analytics.
Are you going to charge a fee for that?
There will be, and that's to be determined. That's right. This system wasn't cheap, but really, it's really awesome because we are the third facility in the state to have this type of technology,
and the only community college.
The only community college. Dare I say, one of the only community colleges in the nation to have it, but Mississippi State and Ole Miss are the other 2 colleges in our state. And this is universities, colleges, even just other facilities in our state that aren't at colleges. We're one of 3 now that has this technology, so it's really groundbreaking.
Well, I mentioned, Tripp, the new facility up there, and it's could be wrong, I guess, because I have grandkids involved in it up there with you, but it seems like since that facility was built back 3 or 4 years ago, it has elevated tennis at Colin, and as far as the community is concerned, because of Brook Hill, Colin, Country Club, tennis has become a very big sport here in this community.
Right, it has. The proof is in the amount of kids we're starting to recruit each year. We've got higher quality tennis in our area every year. I feel like it continues to improve thanks to our facilities that are improving, thanks to the coaches in our area. And so, I just think we're on track to continue to improve. And look, when the community improves, when the players in our community improve, we benefit from it. So we're hoping that through continuing to improve our facilities, it'll benefit members.
Well, I'm sure for you as a coach, it's very encouraging that you're able to recruit locally.
Right.
And it's not just Brookhaven, it's Lloyd Star, Wesson, all these different schools that their tennis program is doing really well.
That's right. I mean, you look at Brookhaven High School, you look at Wesson, and we've signed Addie Foster from Brookhaven. We've signed Macy Loy from Wesson. So, and that's the goal. We want to continue to elevate our sport in this area so that we can recruit our local kids.
I also want to talk about your season this year. You and I were talking a couple of weeks ago. You're having a really good year.
We've had a great start to the year. A few weeks ago we started kind of our junior college matches. We like to play a lot of the four-year universities, kind of prepare for our conference and for playing those tough junior college teams. And the girls' team has started 5-0 in conference going into spring break for the first time since 2019. And in 2019, they won the conference. So that's the caliber team we have, and it's really just an awesome thing. It's exciting to see where we go from here. Men also too are doing a great job. They're 4-1, but building a lot of momentum. So it's an exciting time.
How's your recruiting going? You do a lot. I say a lot. How many international students do you have?
So right now we have 6 international players.
Is that what you're limited to?
We're limited to 6 out of state and or international, and it's really been exciting because I feel like that's where we've continued to elevate, is at the top of our lineup and the bottom, and see these internationals come in and elevate our local kids. They push them to improve, and so this year on the women's side we have Ruri Takuchi from just outside of Tokyo. That's unbelievable player, had a lot of success, done really well against some of those Division I schools we played. And then we've got Dominica Dame Gruezo who came in this semester. I tell you what, if you hadn't seen her play, she has more grit than anybody I've seen. I mean, she has really dug out some wins this year. And then Georgina LaBush, who's a sophomore from Germany. And on the guys' side, we got 2 Aussies. Jake Busick, who actually just had his 55th career win.
I saw that on Facebook.
Huge. I mean, he's been constantly ranked in the top 25 in doubles, I think maybe since the first poll back his freshman year. And, he's been a crucial. Nico Gurganidze from the Republic of Georgia, injured all year last year, coming back better than when he started. So we're excited to see. Those 2 are undefeated in conference and doubles, and both of them are undefeated in singles.
When you got some home matches, I know somebody might be out there listening like, wow, this might be worth going up there to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So we host Rust College on Saturday afternoon. They're driving down, so that's at 1 o'clock. The girls are playing, and then 3 o'clock the men. But we resume conference play next Friday. So come out. That's 2 p.m.
A week from tomorrow.
Sorry, 11 a.m.
A week from tomorrow.
And Hines is a real tough opponent. We played a non-conference match against them earlier in the season. Guys got it done 8-1. The ladies won 5-4. So very tight match, and has a lot of implications for where we stand.
Well, Tripp, I want to mention also for you, you're coming on as coach. You do I think you live at the tennis courts. Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't found your residence up there yet.
We're in the process of buying a house, by the way. So, yeah, I will have a roof over my head soon. No, I'm kidding.
But you do a lot of lessons up there. And another thing I hear about is, you take some of these students and let them work with kids that are taking lessons from you, right?
Right. I mean,
it's just a great community service.
That's right. It's such a great thing. I think for our players and for our staff, it's so important to give back to the community. And so this year, especially with summer camps, we've done, I think, an unbelievable job adding more opportunities for our kids to learn and grow and play. And so I look forward to what we're doing next year and even this summer. But stay tuned, because we'll have some more tournaments and we'll have more summer opportunities.
The USTA you're hosting.
Yeah, this is actually ITA. So this
ITA,
is
okay.
So for the first time in program history, we're going to host our fall regional championships, which is a tournament where all the other schools in our conference come and play. So it's an individual tournament. Historically, it's been held around the state, but Meridian gets it a lot. Jones, Gulf Coast has gotten it several times the past few years. it's going to be unbelievable to host that for the first time, and especially with Play Site, the ability to have live streaming. I mean, it's just going to change the way that our players are recruited. You can be anywhere in the state, anywhere in the world, and watch what's happening in our courts. And I'm so excited to see how things go from there.
And that's going to be when?
That's in September. So September 23rd through the 26th. Yeah, please put it on your calendars.
And just we always talk about sports, but again, the economic impact that's going to have in this area for restaurants, fuel, hotels, lodging, all the way from Brookhaven probably to Jackson, really, if you're going to have that many people down here.
I mean, I believe last year was somewhere around 120 players. And so you think about these players coming down, parents that are coming to watch from wherever they are in the state. You got coaching staff, media. I mean, there's so many people that are going to come down here. So I look forward to, working with some of the local businesses and really making it one of the best tournaments the best tournament we can make. So
well, that's great. Well, we're about to run out of time. He's got, when the music starts, we'll just have to cut it off.
All right.
But again, just kind of mention, you said a week from Friday you're at home, or this Saturday.
This Saturday we're home in the afternoon against Rust, and then next Friday we resume conference play here, and we host Hines at 11 o'clock.
Well, again, if you haven't been up there to see the facility, and Colin's good baseball, softball, tennis, football.
That's right. Good time to be a Wolf, right?
Good time to be a Wolf. Well, Tripp, thank you for coming in, man.
Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate it.